Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? First and foremost, Happy New Year. Today I wanted to basically do a video, instead of looking past, let's look forward. And I want to make some predictions, give you my thoughts on, well, for instance, the three big guys we got, Michael, Freddie, and Jason, talk about what I think could be happening and what I think could be ending. So why don't we start with Freddie? I was talking to the Sausage Factory guys, which is a show I do with Pizzal and his group. Great show. I love being a part of it. And they mentioned to me, because I'm not a big Twitter guy, they said, hey, did you see Jason Blum's tweet? And, it basically said something to the effect of, I had been having really bad dreams lately. And we know what that kind of symbolizes. There's been talk about, I think, the Wes Craven estate being open to, sell their interest, or maybe not interest, but, basically a movie could be in the works because they got the property rights or something, some kind of family legality. Regardless, the doors apparently are getting open to talk about making another Nightmare on Elm Street, which sounds great, right? What we were talking about was, if Blumhouse gets involved with this, what would they do? And if they did it, who would be Freddy? And it's interesting because I believe it was Pizzal who initially said something like, if Warner Brothers gets their fingers in that pie, because I believe Warner Brothers owns New Line, right? If Warner Brothers gets their fingers in that pie, they could be getting or pushing Bill Skarsgård. I think that's how you say his last name. The gentleman who played Pennywise in the remake, to be Freddy, and I thought that was really interesting. Now, personally, I would love to see Robert come back for the role. But what really begs the question is, if Blumhouse is going to make this happen, and they're the ones that are getting the rights to be able to make the movie with New Line and Warner Brothers, what would they do? And it was interesting because wouldn't it kind of be interesting if they just basically did a Halloween 2018 where they ignored everything and made a sequel with Nancy and Freddy again? I'm not saying I wouldn't want to see that. Nightmare is pretty infinite. You can do all kinds of great things with the franchise, so I'm almost thinking to myself, do something a little bit different than that, but, we'll see. This is all speculation, but I think that there's something brewing, absolutely. I don't think this is just, hogwash, so to speak. I think that, Blumhouse is getting their hands in there for sure, and I think we'll find something out concrete in 2020, without a doubt. I'd put money on it almost. We're going to find something out in regards to a new Nightmare on Elm Street coming out possibly 2021. So that's something, guys. Definitely be. I'm now following Jason Blum on Twitter and everything, and I know the guys at the Sausage Factory. They're really up and up on that kind of stuff, way better than I am. So we'll if I find out something pertinent, I'll let you guys know about it through my YouTube channel and other social media platforms. Be ready, because I think something is definitely going to be announced soon. Friday the 13th, let's talk about the lawsuit. I think that the lawsuit is going to end in 2020. I do. I looked up a lot today. I looked up things Larry Zerner said. From what it looks like, guys, the lawsuit is over. But what that means is, I think it's favored in Victor's favor. He won his lawsuit. Sean has appealed. I think now, his appeal was axed, and now we just have to come to terms, so to speak, with a new deal with Sean and Victor. Now, from what I also read, this ain't their first rodeo. Sean and Victor have had beefs for a long time, but this is the one that seems to be the most, because Friday the 13th fandom is at an all-time high in the world because it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, which is incredible. This is the most prolific lawsuit in the Friday the 13th history, I think, especially in the midst of everything going on with NECA getting all these great toys they were doing, and the video game being halted because there's no new Jasons added or levels added, and people are really upset about that. So I do think that 2020 will start to see changes, but, the legal system works slow. So definitely think that we'll be coming to a close in 2020 on this lawsuit. Look, I want it to be over because I don't ever want to live in a world where I go to a Walgreens during Halloween time and there's no Friday the 13th stuff. That would just break my heart. I want to live in a world, like, I don't care about new movies. I have every bit of faith in the world, and Vincent DeSanti now believes the gentleman's name who did Never Hike Alone. Dude, keep the train rolling. You've got my faith. I'd be fine with just your movies, quite honestly, because they're fantastic. But, you know, if we ever get another, like a legitimate Friday the 13th film too, you know, awesome. The lawsuit needs to end. These guys need to get situated, you know. There's plenty of money to go around, I'm sure. And let's get merchandise back on track. Let's keep NECA rolling with all their great stuff. We got New Blood stuff we want to have and all that. So, and the video game can still have a second life if we can get that rolling. So, but I do think the lawsuit will come to an end in 2020. But don't expect major changes at first, I think. I think it'll be a slow burn, but it will be on the incline. And let's get over to Halloween real quick, and we'll talk about just Halloween Kills. Where am I at this point with the movie? You know, I guess I'm still on the more optimistic side. I think that this really needs to be the darkest chapter of this trilogy because, you know, going into a movie that we know it's not going to be the last one, it's an interesting take, but, you know, and I was upset about that at first almost, but then I realized, you know, Christian, which Halloween movie did you watch where there was a conclusive ending? And the answer is none of them really had a conclusive ending, including the first one. So that's fine, but I just really want them to give me a reason to go back next year to see Halloween Ends. Like, I really, because I dare say, I don't want to say that I'm not going to see Halloween Ends regardless, because, look, I bet money I will. But I really don't want to lose my passion for the franchise. You know what I mean? Like, you know, call me petty, but I just don't want to lose my passion for all this. So I want these movies to be great. I know John's going to deliver on the music. Anthony Michael Hall, I think it's going to be fantastic. You know, Jamie, she's going to perform like she always does. But I want this movie to really be dark and really put Michael in a very sadistic, evil tone. I think that's necessary for a Halloween Kills. I think Halloween Returns would have been a better name for the movie than Halloween Kills, but what have you. So, guys, that's some of my future predictions on what's going on. And also with Halloween Kills, expect new merchandise and vinyls and all that stuff, which is a great thing, right? You know, we do love that. But I also think that we could be enlightened for more remakes. We know that Candyman, I think, is already being remade, produced by Jordan Peele, not directed like I've seen some people say on accident, but I don't blame them because it just says Jordan Peele Candyman, so what else are they supposed to think? You know, that's getting remade, and I think Tony Todd's involved in the movie, too, so that's cool, too. You know, hopefully we'll have the end of some lawsuits. Nightmare may be getting some traction, which I'm okay with. You know, I don't mind another Nightmare. Jackie Earle Haley, like I've said, just he wasn't in a great movie, you know. So Blumhouse, watch that remake, learn from it, and let's carry on. And let's do some great things. And as always, Blumhouse, keep bringing some more original horror movies that we love and want to see. So, you know, that's my predictions and just what I'm looking forward to from 2020, and just, you know, beautiful movies that'll come out of nowhere that will, you know, just we won't expect, and they'll be great. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please let me know what are your hopes with this Nightmare stuff, because I know people are hearing about it and they're all talking about it. Would you like to see Bill Skarsgård maybe play Freddy if Warner Brothers wants that, or do you think Robert should do it? I'm still Robert. I still think Robert should knock this out of the park himself. So, but Bill is an actor. You know, there's no taking away Bill Skarsgård. So, you know, we'll wrap it up from here. So happy New Year's, guys. I love you guys. Thank you. Please be sure to sub the channel if you're not already and like this video. And as always, this is Christian Hanna Horror. I love you guys. See you next time. Happy New Year.